Hello, I hope you're having a great day. Here's everything you need to know about the open wheel races and Formula 1 cars in GTA Online. So you can buy the cheapest car at 3.1 million and the most expensive car goes for 3.5 million. These are fully functioning Formula 1 cars and they work the same way. I will come back to this later in the video. So let's just start by upgrading the newest car. Gaffa on Twitter, he made this statistic on the different spoilers. The higher numbers means more traction and less speed. This means that you can mix the different spoilers and bumpers to match your personal driving and give you that little advantage once you've done enough research on it, what you like and what you prefer for doing corners sharply and getting more speed. This means there can be some great variation between the cars and the open wheel races. Different parts means different handling and different speed, so it can be a huge game changer in the future races. You might want to experience what you want for yourself, because higher traction means you make corners more easily, but at the cost of more speed. Once you're in the race, you might notice that the parts will come off if you crash or hit a wall or something. If the front bumper breaks, that means you will experience understeer, and if your rear spoiler breaks, that means you will experience oversteer. And if a part of your car breaks, that means you will get less downforce. So this means that if you are in a public lobby, you have to be careful, because other players, they don't know how to drive, obviously, and you need to avoid crashing, because if you crash, you lose parts of your car, and this will affect your car's handling. And if you have lost parts, do not fear, you can repair the car at the designated pit stops on all races. The pit stops are marked in blue tools, you know, the same as the arena wars, but the upgrade time and repair time is much quicker. So do not fear, but you still lose a couple of seconds when you are doing the pit stops. And if you're wondering how much health and grip you have remaining, then you can check that at the bottom right corner. It is extremely important to know how much grip you have, because lower grip means you will be doing worse and have to slow down more in the corners, meaning you will use more time and you will lose positions during races, because if you have to slow down, obviously you will lose time, right? One of the things you should be using is the boost. It gets enabled in the second lap of each race, and you can gain boost power when you're letting go of the throttle or braking your car. I recommend using it after a corner and when you have a straight, or if you just have a straight in general. And if you lose your rear spoiler, it is a bigger deal than if you lose your front. This is because it's much easier to drive with understeer than with oversteer, because if you have oversteer, you might experience your car just sliding 180 degrees. And what I think is a big game changer compared to previous races is the pit stop. Because the more you crash, the more you have to pit stop to repair the car. And this means you have to really different how you drive versus the previous races. And having lower grip on the wheels might be annoying sometimes, but is it worth losing the seconds to repair the car versus to just break down the little in the corners? So you might want to drive maybe 1 or 2 rounds with a little lower tire grip than maximum have, in order to save those seconds when you're going down that straight line. So the way to play the open wheel races is getting used to the cars. They are extremely grippy, thus you can go full speed on some corners. Of course, on a hairpin you might want to slow down, and the cars are unlike anything previous in GTA. The cars will start to behave badly if you lose parts, as I said earlier. On the subject of tires, the softer tires have more traction and harder tires have more duration. So this means if you have more laps, you might want a medium or a hard tire. You might even consider having multiple Formula 1 cars with different tires, spoilers and bumpers, depending on how many laps that race is and your personal preferences on certain maps. If you lose all your lowest tire grip, basically if it's red and you don't have any grip left, the car will start to simulate a flat tire. So if you have a bulletproof tire, nothing more will happen than just the simulation of a flat tire. However, if you don't have a bulletproof tire, your rubber will break, and the only thing that remains then is the metal of the wheel. And the payouts for the open wheel races, they're nothing extreme, they're just the normal payouts with double money. And of course the payout still depends on the length of the job you're doing. If you like this video and want to see more from me, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you thought I left out something, don't forget to leave that in the comments so I can add that later on. And I will see you in the next one.